One of the really fun things I got to investigate for my book was the retinal implant, which is a device to give some degree of sight back to people who have lost it. And this device is actually an implant. It goes inside the eyeball, and the person wears a video camera on a pair of glasses, and the video camera translates the image to electrical impulses, which are sent to the implant in the eye, which stimulates their surviving photoreceptors at the back of the eye. Well, that information is really sparse, very minimal. The man I met, Dean Lloyd, who was one of the first clinical trial participants.
So this is a man who was blind in both eyes?
He was blind in both eyes. He had been born with normal vision, and he lost it as an adult due to a disease called retinitis pigmentosa. And he was essentially blind for 17 years. He could see if you shone a very bright light directly into his eye, and that was it. So he had a memory of what the visual world looks like. He has a memory of color. He understood these concepts, but he hadn't actually seen anything in 17 years. After he received this retinal implant, the Argus II, his vision was not what he remembered. Instead of 3D shapes and shading and colors that matched the thing he was looking at, instead he just sees flashes of light that indicate contrast points between light and dark. So, for example, when we were walking down the street, he could see the division between the white of the sidewalk and the black of the asphalt as a series of flashes. When he was looking at oncoming cars, he would just see them as the flash off their windshield. He will very willingly say to you that he's the Model T Ford. He knows that this is an early version of a neuroprosthetic, and he sees his role is basically to test it and give feedback to the company so they can build a better next generation.